On getting there, the man of God saw me. He explained, shed more light into what I'm supposed to do to bring goodness, happiness into my family. Had I known. He gave me a bottle of oil, told me how I was supposed to use it. He didn't tell me if there is any side effect, if there is anything, but he just told me that I should rub it on my husband's feet and I should not let my husband to know.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Neye Baby. So guys, today I have this woman here. She said she want to share her own life experience here so that people can listen to her and advise her. Please, if you have any advice, kindly drop it for her on the comment section after this video, please. All right, ma, let's listen to your story. Go straight to the point, the reason why you are here. Okay.
Yeah, this is the story of my life. When I say guilt is eating me up deeply. I die every day in silence. And as I am now, I really need help. That is why I'm coming to this place to seek from you people's advice. Anything you can render, just drop. But I'll still, before I go on, I would like to say a very big thank you to Nenye for giving me this opportunity to this platform, in short, to table out what I'm going through. It all started with me and my husband. My husband is not a lazy man. I would say we actually got married quite early in life. He was 27 and I was 25. But fast forward back to what really happened, I would like to advise everybody out there to mind the kind of advice they take from pastors, being it spiritual head pastors or some people call them spiritual fathers, because that was the genesis of my problem. As I met my husband, everything was going on well with me and my husband. Not until COVID set in. When COVID set in, we lost our source of income. My husband lost his job in the oil company. I lost my own source of income, my business that I was running. So we had to go back to square one. When I said square one, we had practically nothing doing. We could even barely pay our house rent. So it was frustrating and tiring. Even for us to take care of the child that we have, just one daughter, became a problem. So as the woman of the house, I had to, from church, I started moving, seeking for solution from left, right, center, all to no avail. My husband will go out, there is no job he doesn't do just to put food on our table. Not until that day, I was frustrated. I was coming back from Oshodi. I had to trek. Sometimes I trek. No money for transportation. I trekked. I was coming back from Oshodi from one church program. A friend took me to. That was how I met one man. He called himself a prophet. What even made me, normally I don't stop on the road to listen to people like that. But this man started talking, saying everything as it is, as it has happened to me. So that made me believe him. I had to stop and listen to what he had to say. He told me everything that has been happening in my life. Oh, I was crying. I cried on my way back home. So from there, he invited me. Before he left me, he said I should attend one of his church programs. And I said unfailingly, I was going to attend. So that very day, I ticked that day on my calendar. I made sure I woke up early. I did everything I was supposed to do and I attended that church program. On getting there, the man of God saw me. He explained, shed more light into what and what I'm supposed to do to bring goodness, happiness into my family. Ah, had I known. He told me everything. He said I should, then he gave me a bottle of oil that I should use constantly. He told me how I was supposed to use it. He said I should just take the oil in the morning and rub on my husband's feet. He didn't tell me if there is any side effect, if there is anything, but he just told me that I should rub it on my husband's oil, that on my husband's feet, and I should not let my husband to know while rubbing it. And I listened and followed the instruction. My people, God knows that I only did all what this man of God asked me to do because I need results in my home. I need everything to turn around for good in my home. As a woman, I was not happy seeing my husband going out laboring. We can't even put a roof over our head, to the point we had to move to my husband's family house back in Lagos. We had to squat in his family house. We just had to manage. Sometimes we eat once in a day. So I wanted improvement in my family. So I took this back to how the man told me to do this whole thing. I started applying this oil on my husband's feet. In the morning before my husband will wake up, I wake up early, 4:30, sometimes 4:30, 4 o'clock. I set the alarm, wake up before my husband will get prepared for his laborer work. I would oil his feet, take the oil in my palm and apply it on his feet, just the way the man of God asked me to do it. I was doing this for close to like a week. Believe you, my people, I started seeing changes. Anything my husband placed his hand on, it will turn to gold. Let me use that word. That means it will start yielding progress. My husband, to the point my husband now started learning graphic design. From there, he got a little place where he was teaching and training people for graphic design and all that. My child started going back. We now had to enroll her in a private school. So this now gingered me, made me to continue using this oil. I now said, it's like what this man of God gave me is actually working. I'm actually seeing results. So I continued applying. For like a month, 6 months into, I saw changes. I was really happy that I even went back to the man of God to say thank you. I put money in an envelope and I gave to him to show appreciation. And the man just told me that I should just keep on. So I kept on doing this. Not until that morning I woke up, because I had a supply in my own business to do that I was doing. I supplied somebody late in the night and I came back very late. So I was very tired that day. Truth be told, after I woke up that morning, I applied the oil on my husband's feet. I applied. I could not keep the oil back in the rightful place I normally keep it. I just placed it on our bedside cupboard. I was so tired and I slept off. I didn't even know my husband has woken up. My husband woke up and still he had his bath and took that same oil. Lo and behold, he applied it on his feet, back, his leg, all over his body, not knowing it was not an oil he's supposed to rub on all parts of his body. I didn't know. And he set out to work. My husband went to work. Only for me to receive call when I woke up. Only for me to receive call from a strange number that my husband has been involved in a ghastly motor accident. When he was rushed to the hospital, I went there. I got there only for me to see that he has lost his both legs in that car accident. My husband's two legs were amputated. So when I say I'm of guilt, I know what I mean. I'm seriously of guilt every day. I silently, because to me, I am the genesis of my husband's problem. How can I call myself a woman now? I'm even ashamed to look into the mirror to call myself a woman. But God sees deep within me that I did all this just to restore happiness, peace back in my marriage. His legs were amputated. My husband is now a vegetable. When I say vegetable, he cannot walk. He can no longer use his legs. In short, there is no legs for him to be used. We spent months, close to a year in the hospital before he was discharged. He's even a bigger burden to me because I have to move him from the sitting room to the bathroom if he wants to use the toilet. Who would ever believe that my once loving, bubbling husband, agile husband, will now become a vegetable, somebody that will result to me carrying him up and down like a baby? But that is my story. That is where these so-called men of God, these so-called prophets, where they led me to. To cut the whole story short, I went back to this so-called pastor or prophet, whatever he calls himself, to relate what has happened to my husband. Because when I was seeing results, I went to him to show appreciation. Now that the whole thing has turned upside down, I explained, still went back to him if there is anything we can do. Only for him to tell me that I was not supposed to allow my husband to see the oil that I was using to oil his feet. I was not supposed to allow him to see him. My husband was not supposed to touch the oil, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, but you didn't tell me this. I felt it was a harmless oil. That day I was tired and I just dropped it on our bedside cupboard. I didn't know my husband was going to use it. And even if he had used it, I didn't know it was going to backfire in a drastic way like that, to the point of taking my husband's leg. And he just shoved me off. He said there is nothing he can do. That he was practically blaming me that I was the cause. That there is nothing that he can do. Oh, my people, that is why I'm coming here to this platform, this wonderful platform, to pour out my heart, because I really need help. When I say I need help, I really need help 100%. I don't even know what to do. Even because of this same reason. And now I love to have more children together to add up to what just one child I have. But now my husband being a vegetable, he cannot even satisfy me as a woman. Let to talk of having children. Even for the fact that I love children, I love to have children more. I don't even know what to do. Help me. You guys should help me.
So your husband now go and use the oil as body cream.
Yes, Nenye, that's
But this oil, you said is a pastor that gave you the oil.
Yes.
Oil that everybody can rub. Why is your own so special like this?
I don't know. That is what I still cannot explain till date.
Are you sure it's oil that this man give to you?
It's oil, man. It came in form. I saw it like an anointing oil. That is what most churches, pastors use.
So which oil is only you that will rub it or use it on your husband's leg? Do you use it on any other part of your husband's body?
Not at all.
Just
I
legs.
followed the instruction. Yes. I followed the instruction. And believe you me, it was giving me results not until that very day, because he never told me that my husband must not touch or see the oil. If not, even though as I was tired that day, I would have maybe put it under my pillow or something.
Why would somebody be hiding holy oil, anointing oil?
Thank you,
Is this
ma.
something you're supposed to be hiding?
That was what I felt. That was what I felt. And I
And
just
this
kept
pastor
quiet.
has church members.
Yes, he does. He does. I went to his church program. I attended his church program.
I doubt it's oil that this pastor gave you. I doubt it's holy oil. If it's anointing oil, and there's no reason for you to be hiding it. Maybe that oil contains some another thing. Did you pay him or he just dash you the oil? I don't get this.
Ma, after that day I met him at Oshodi, that he explained that he gave me everything about life details about what is happening in my life. Any other person would want to attend his church program. So
Okay.
he invited me and I went willingly. And he told me that's the oil he has placed on the altar. He has been praying on it, blah, blah, that I should go. That oil work wonders. After praying, after the church session, he met with me one-on-one. And he placed that oil in my hand. Before he even placed it, he told me that I have to pay a sum of 100,000 naira. That he has prayed on that oil, that oil contains powers, anointing powers, that it contains power that would turn things around in my life. I didn't have money, I won't tell you lie. But I had to start call friends, call people to raise that money. So eventually I paid to get that oil because I won't tell you like, should I say I was desperate? Yes, let me use that word. I was desperate. I did because I just wanted things to turn around in my family, in the life of my husband, and in my family as a whole.
You need to be very careful. So now, just oil that anointing oil that your husband went and used peacefully. Up to now, did the husband know what happened to him?
Ma, that is the guilt. I
Okay,
said
you don't.
he doesn't know. He does not know.
You
That
did not
is
tell him
why
up to now.
I cannot tell him.
So is the oil still in your house?
I cannot tell him.
Where is the oil? It's still in your house.
It should be somewhere under my bed.
You still keep the same oil in your house. You want your daughter to go and use it.
No, my daughter will not use it.
So why are you still keeping this oil in your house?
Because I hope I'm still going to take it to that man of God. Because even that day, I just dashed out of the house.
So
I didn't
over
even
1 year,
remember.
you still keep
Yes,
the oil in your house.
to take it to him.
Here, please take the oil, the remaining. In fact, if possible, trash that oil. It's not anointing oil. That only that pastor, Whàt Prophet, know what he gave to you. It's not oil.
Maybe there are other concoction. I don't know.
So ordinary small bottle of anointing oil, you paid 100,000 to collect it.
Yes, that is what I paid. I tell you, I didn't have money that day. I had to start calling to gather that money, contribution, everything I had to.
Okay, guys, you people heard her story. Please, she needs our advice. Pray for her. But to me, as your husband's leg, they have cut it. The only thing now is for you to pray hard, cater for the family, since the husband cannot be able to work and help you. I wonder the kind of oil that is acting like this. Let's be very careful, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and also help me share this video. Thank you, guys.